Hey guys, quick update. So, yes, I am lying in bed because I'm sick. It's Thursday and I'm sick again. But this time it's like an actual cold. Um, and, um, so I didn't write today, but I have written, I think, like every day in the past week. And I used the method that I think I briefly mentioned in one of my last videos. Maybe I didn't. But basically, I decided to change my outlining. I don't do too well writing like a full out outline for my stories. I just can't get it all down on paper before something, that I've written makes me want to go and actually write the scene, and then I end up not finishing. So instead, um, I've just been doing it like one line at a time in one chapter at a time. So with the story that I'm currently working on, it's not any of the ones that I should be working on, but it's called Chosen. I can't remember how much I've talked about it, but it's a story that I came up with when I was 13, 12 or 13, and it just came back to me. I wanted to restart it again, and hopefully it actually works this time. I am on chapter 7 or 8 right now. It's going really, really well, and so I started by writing down like a question. What absolutely has to happen in the beginning, because the beginning is really, really hard for me in all of my stories, but especially with this one for some reason. And I guess really it's because it's never started out right. But currently, I think the way that I've written the beginning is working. And I had a point to this. Oh, the other question that I asked myself for the first chapter was I guess it wasn't really a question, it was more of like a prompt. I said, Jenna, the main character, has moved. And then I got the idea for the first chapter and just went off of that. And then when I finished that chapter, I thought, okay, what now? And so I moved on to chapter 2 with just the phrase, I can't remember exactly what the phrase is. I should have looked it up before I started this video. But basically, I just wrote out another thing that had to happen, like showcasing that Jenna is special. She has powers, supernatural powers, and so I needed to showcase that. And it's going really well. I keep doing that, and I've actually started to flesh it out a little bit more now that I have an idea of where it's heading. This time around, I'm writing like an entire outline for the chapter, like this is happening next. And I have 3 different perspectives. Right now, the 3 main characters are Jenna, Erica, and Dale. They're like 3 of my absolute favorite characters that I've ever created because they've been with me for so long. They're all 12, almost 13, the age that I was when I started writing the story. And I'm really liking it. I think it's a lot more mature than the first time around. I reread one of the chapters from my first draft. My first draft, I got to like chapter 30 or something like that, and then I decided it wasn't going anywhere. It just kind of stopped. And I knew it had to change, and I knew that chapter 30 was so much different than chapter 1. My style of writing had changed. It'd been written over years. And so now I'm starting it over again. And hopefully I can keep the sophistication that I have compared to before throughout the entire story so that it's not really changing. But yeah, so I'm on like chapter 8 right now. I've thought of my other stories a little bit, like my zombie story and If the Birds Still Sing. But honestly, I just wanted to continue working on Chosen because I didn't want to lose it again. I didn't want to just let it fall to the wayside and forget about it. So I'll let you know how that goes if I decide to keep going with it or to, go back and forth. But right now, this is working for me, and I like it. I like the fact that I can, kind of stop, you know, after like a chapter or a section of a chapter because I know exactly where I'm going. And then it's getting a lot easier to come up with the next chapter. Um, I keep saying a lot. I'm really sorry. Quick little side note. You see this? This is something that my husband made. Isn't it pretty? It's a little Montana. Um, another cool thing. My husband and I went to the fair yesterday. Ate fair food, delicious. We went on the Ferris wheel. I didn't go on any of the other rides, which is probably actually a good thing since I was getting sick. I don't know. I might have might have gotten really nauseous. But anyway, sorry if I sound really stuffed up. I mean, to myself, I sound stuffed up. I don't know how I sound on the video. But this little trinket I have, think of like any of the movies that you've ever watched where the characters have gone to the fair. If it's a romance or even just like Despicable Me, you know, the bonding between parents, you know, they have to win a prize. No one's ever won a prize for me before. And so my husband and I actually went to the fair the night before our wedding. And so we decided to go yesterday to celebrate our 1 year anniversary, which was on the 15th. Yay! And so we wanted to do that to, you know, celebrate being married for a year, and it was a lot of fun. We were walking around, and this vendor guy, you know, at one of the games called us over and, you know, invited him to win a prize, you know, for the pretty lady or however he put it. And it was just, you know, the simple thing, throwing darts at balloons, and Taylor let me have a turn too, and I missed one of them. So all I got was this cute little emoticon. It's so adorable. I mean, I totally look like that, right? I love it. If we can find a way, I kind of want to hang it in our car. We tried it real quick, and it didn't quite work. It's probably got some kind of trick to it. But anyway, yeah, it was a really good week, writing wise and job wise as well. I'm feeling a lot more positive at work. Today, not so much since I wasn't really in the mood to even be there. I wasn't in the mood to be anywhere because I was sick. But I wasn't that sick, you know, so it wasn't bad enough that I needed to stay home. But anyway, yeah, it's a good week. It's a good life. And I'm just going to keep living it, doing what I'm doing. I hope that you do as well and that all goes well for you. All right, love you guys. I'll see you. Bye.